Hello everyone, we are Team 2 and we're going to give a presentation on the Cadet Chapel. We're going to break down our presentation into 8 parts starting from the origin of the architecture to its current situation in modern society. Let's start with the origin of the Cadet Chapel. In the 1940s, during World War II and the Cold War, President Eisenhower recognized the importance of air power and established the United States Air Force Academy, USAFA, to train officers for the Air Force. Construction began in 1954, and the first class of cadets started in 1955. The diverse religious backgrounds of the cadets led to the decision to build the chapel, symbolizing religious freedom and providing equal access to worship spaces. The site selection narrowed down to Colorado Springs, deemed suitable for flight training. The Cadet Chapel was strategically planned in the northern area of the USAFA, easily accessible for cadets, faculty, and visitors. As the Cadet Chapel symbolizes a great amount of significance and honor to the USAFA, not anyone could have had the chance to design it or establish it, nor would take the risk. However, there was one architect that approved of the request to design the chapel, Walter Netz. Well, who's Walter Netz? Well, he's an architect part of Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill of Chicago, also known as SOM, a company of architects that gained fame at that time from one of their late projects, the Lever House. In 1952, a soaring glass skyscraper in New York City, which was selected by the committee. They gained respect and were known for their expertise in modern, innovative, and avant-garde architecture designs. Walter was thinking of how to design the Cadet Chapel. While folding papers to get repetitive features, his engineer, Ken Naslund, showed him about the shape tetrahedron, which caught his interest. He then drew out the plot and design of the Cadet Chapel today and showed it to his company. To our surprise, he received criticism from his company colleagues as they thought the design was ridiculous, not for an ordinary building, but as a holy space meant to hold diverse religious worship. The Cadet Chapel is measured 150 feet high, 280 feet long, and 84 feet wide, with a gross building area of 54,870 square feet. This aesthetic piece of architecture is made up of a series of 17 spires. Every one of these spires consists of a tubular steam frame of 100 identical tetrahedrons, each 75 feet long, 5 tons heavy, and enclosed with clear aluminum panels. The tetrahedrons themselves are filled with triangular, clear aluminum panels spaced 1 foot apart, creating gaps in the framework that are filled with 1-inch thick mosaics of colored glass that enables diffuse light to enter the building, similar to Notre Dame's rose windows. The reason why the Cadet Chapel was designed this way was in order to create a picturesque backdrop of the Rocky Mountains, enhancing the overall aesthetic appeal and symbolism of the chapel. In addition, the spires represent the shape of jet wings within the Air Force Academy to illustrate the image of reaching upwards as if to pierce the sky. The front facade, the entrance of the chapel, faces south, which is a typical orientation for churches traditionally built on the east-west axis in order to best utilize the sunlight for interior aesthetic features. The surfaces of the outer panels are striated so that they reflect light differently throughout the day, depending on the sun's position. This facade begins with a granite stairway climbing to a 1-story landing that leads to a band of gold anodized aluminum doors. Now let's talk about the interior design of the chapel. Explained earlier on, the Cadet Chapel is designed for multiple faiths. The Protestant chapel, the largest with 900 seats, sits upon the upper level. It features tetrahedrons, extruded aluminum, and colored glass progressing from dark to light, symbolizing a journey towards God. The nave is 168 feet long, 64 feet wide, and 94 feet tall. A crescent-shaped mosaic reredos by Luman Martin Winter represents the arms of God. One level down, the 500-seat Catholic chapel is characterized by precast masonry, amber glass, and facaded glass windows. It measures 56 feet wide and 19 feet tall. Along the walls are the 14 stations of the cross carved from Carrara marble. The focal point is a glass mosaic mural in shades of blue, turquoise, rose, and gray, suggesting the heavens. On the same level, the Jewish chapel is a circular room with cypress frames and stained glass. It features a foyer of brown Jerusalem stone and a round wooden screen. This chapel seats 100 people, with a nave 42 feet in diameter and 19 feet high. Even though all three chapels use glass, the placement and the colors create distinct atmospheres, showcasing Walter's dedication to the project. Other spaces within the chapel accommodate additional faiths, including Buddhism and paganism. Now that we've explored the interior, let's examine the materials used in the Cadet Chapel's construction and the reasons behind those choices. The Cadet Chapel showcases innovative construction methods, primarily using aluminum and glass. Aluminum forms the lightweight yet durable structural framework, enabling the ambitious design. This versatile metal offers numerous advantages: corrosion resistance, sound dampening, easy processing, recyclability, and cost effectiveness. Stained glass panels provide transparency and luminosity, creating a sense of openness and reducing reliance on electrical lighting. Glass also plays a symbolic role in religious spaces, with the Cadet Chapel stained glass depicting religious figures and stories. The chapel's location in Colorado Springs benefits from aluminum's heat transfer properties, aiding in temperature regulation within the building. Glass maximizes natural light, particularly important in the dry, sunny climate. Walter's design thoughtfully considers both the chapel's aesthetic and its interaction with the external environment, enhancing the building's efficiency and comfort. The Cadet Chapel's striking exterior belies the complex structural solutions within. To create its form, three main structural elements were combined: folded forms, steel framing and trusses, and the flying buttresses. Folded structures provide a cost-effective, visually distinctive, and modern aesthetic. Their geometric design offers strength and reduces material use. Steel framing offers the high strength needed for the chapel's large open spaces, enabling its expansive interior. Steel trusses add lightweight support and design flexibility, allowing for the chapel's unique roofline. Flying buttresses, a hallmark of Gothic architecture, offers exterior support for the chapel's high ceilings and complex shape. These distinctive elements distribute weight away from the walls, enhancing structural stability. Overall, the chapel's design carefully balances visual impact with a structurally sound solution, ensuring stability and longevity. Today, we briefly explored the basics of the Cadet Chapel, including its materials, construction methods, and current condition. Based on this information, we will conduct a deeper exploration of the materials, construction methods, and technologies used in the chapel according to the following plan. Thank you all for listening to Team 2's presentation today. We look forward to seeing you again next week.